Hi everyone, it's your boy Ricky here with LDRS, and today we are going to be making a card using some products from LDRS. We're going to be using the One Fine Day enamel dots, your Simply the Best stamp set, the Wave Ribbon die set, the Wildflower Slimline stamp and stencil, matching stencil set that comes with that, the Floral Scallop Slimline, and we're also going to be using some white cardstock and some black cardstock. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Now, the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and take the scalloped portion of the die set here and go ahead and get that cut out of the black cardstock. This is going to be our mat for what we eventually place on top of this. So basically, I just took a piece of paper that's cut a little bit bigger than the scalloped edges here. I'm going to tape that up and run that through the die cutting machine, as we always do. You guys know how we do that. Next, I'm going to cut the card base here. This is going to be a slimline card, so it is a bigger card. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this cut up, and then we will go ahead and get this creased so we can fold it in half and get the base created here. I need a bigger scoring card or scoring board, you guys. I don't have one that's super big. We'll go ahead and fold that in half, and we want to use our Teflon bone folder or a Teflon bone folder or a bone folder to go ahead and get a really good crease on this. We just want to make sure that it stays closed when it's supposed to stay closed. And here I am. I just want to make sure that the edges are even. I think it was a little bit off, but that's okay. I'm just using my bone folder here to go ahead and get that done. Now here comes the fun part. We're going to start with the stencils here. I'm just looking to see what order they are in, and we're going to go ahead and place this on some white cardstock. This is Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock. You can pretty much use any white cardstock that you have for this. And what we're going to do is we're going to first go ahead with the green here and get that all placed onto the card. And I'm doing a lighter green here, and I'm just going to place this everywhere on this stencil. You can't really mess this up. You're just going to color until it's completely covered. Now it is time for the second stencil here, and my big old fat head got in the way. But we're going to go ahead and get this taped down, and we just want to make sure that this is nice and even. You want to make sure that you get this lined up, because you don't want any like muddy looking colors on the cardstock here. So we'll go ahead and tape that down. And the next color we are going to go with is the purple. So this will be doing the flowers. I'm going to clean off my brush there from a previous card I made, and we're just going to scrub and make sure we get this fully covered in this purple. And what's great about these stencils is you can make it as light as you want or as dark as you want. Like if you wanted to, you could make this super light, and then when we go to put on the next stencil here, which is like the middle, you could actually do the same purple, but do it darker, and it would kind of look like a flower with two different purples on it. But we're going to go ahead and get this lined up, concentrating really hard on this, you guys. You could see that. And then we're going to go ahead with the next color, which is a darker purple. Again, like I said, you could do the first one as a light purple. Let's say you only have one purple. Then you could do the first layer as a light purple, and the second layer and make it a darker purple, and it would look just fine. So here we go. We have the stencil here. We are just rubbing. We want to make sure that all the little spots are nice and covered and cleaned and all that great stuff. This was a juicy ink pad, it looks like. Since I've made this video, I actually have LDRS ink pads, so in the future you're going to see those me using those in future videos. I've used them so far. They are great. I love them, and I can't wait to use them even more. Now we're going to do some pink here, kind of the same thing. We're just going to make sure that this is all covered, and once it's covered, we'll go ahead and start the next process of making the card. So this was the hard part for me because we are actually going to be cutting some of this away. So there's going to be a piece that's not going to be showing. So I take my time here. I try to figure out exactly where I want this to be, and I found it. I'm going to place some tape onto this die, and we'll go ahead and get this cut out. It's going to be smaller than the black mat that we have on the right, so that's why I had to choose a little area. Now we are going to use make the sentiment, and this is going to be the You're Simply the Best stamp set. These are kind of genius because they stamp all out all at one time, which is really basically super cool. And what's cool about it is when you go to stamp this, and you're going to see it in a second, I'm going to cover this in black ink. And you'll see that on the four corners, there is a square. And you use that square with the die, which you're going to see here in a second, to line everything up. And then when you go to die cut this, everything's like perfectly centered. It's like genius. Here we go. We have that all stamped out. And then here, you're going to see exactly how this works. Let me get my die out here. And so this is what you do. You line up the black dots or squares with the squares of the die. You tape that bad boy down. You run it through the die cutting machine. You guys, you get all these sentiments all at once. It's pretty freaking amazing. Then you can hold on to these, stick them in the packaging of the stamp set, and you can save them for later. It's pretty awesome. I think there's like 10 maybe sentiments here, which is really cool, you guys. Now we're going to go ahead and start putting the card together. I am going to use some liquid glue, and we're going to place this onto the black mat. Put plenty of glue here. We don't want it coming off. Here we go. You could probably hear my dog barking. I hope that doesn't come through the recording. We're going to go ahead and place that onto the black mat. Make sure it's all even on all the good sides. All that great stuff. Now we are going to flip that over. We are going to place this onto the card base, but I want to see exactly where it's going to fit. And I'm going to use some 3M foam tape here. Or some foam tape. I'm not for sure if this is 3M. I don't know. I have so much foam tape in my craft room, you guys. I should buy stock in it. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and cover the complete back of the card panel. And here I am just removing all the stickers or the backing from the foam tape. I'm going to line this up to make sure I get it straight. And then voila, there we go. It is straight. Yay! Here's a little closer look so that you guys can see it. Such a cute card. Now I'm going to choose the sentiment. It says, "You are truly wonderful in every way." And I'm just going to use my reverse tweezers here along with some liquid glue, and we will go ahead and place this onto the card. But it's not complete yet, because we're going to do some One Fine Day enamel dots. We're going to put centers in some of these flowers with some of the pinks, and I believe the greens we're going to use here as well. And we're just going to make this look all fancy and pretty. It's going to look like it's got a touch of fancy on it. I'm going to go back and forth here, and I'm basically using the smaller enamel dots for the smaller flowers, and then some bigger ones, along the way. So, and that will complete the card. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. Make sure you head over to LDRS's website, check out all these products. Also check them out on Instagram and Facebook, and you can check me out too by searching for Bromero Cards. I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.